We're joined by Bev Yanez. Happy to have her back for this game. But same deal as before, guys. We'll open with Bev's thoughts, and then if you have a question, just fire away. But Bev, just walk us through this matchup and what you're expecting tomorrow.
Yeah, obviously our first time out here in the Bay, but obviously our second time playing Bay FC. So looking forward to how we feel the week has gone. Looking forward to the match tomorrow. Should be decent weather, a good training week, and yeah, just incredibly excited for another league game, another opportunity to push for playoffs. We want a result, and that's that.
Questions for Bev?
Yeah, Bev, you and Ryan have openly talked about intentionally seeking players with experience and particularly those who have won elsewhere. Do you think of games like this in mind when you get players like that when you're in a tight playoff race and you know that, the margin for error is pretty thin?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, we have such a good group in the sense of we've got younger players, we've got players that have been in the league for a few years, and we have experienced players that we believe, obviously internationally and from just a league experience standpoint, can really influence the group and continue to push the group in the right direction. I think for us, it's finding the right balance and it's ensuring that we can move forward together as a group and keep in, one of the things I talked about this week is belief versus belonging. We want to start belonging, and I think for us, we feel it. We feel it as a group. We're in a good spot. The energy's great. The vibes are fantastic, and I think it's just feeding off of that, having a good week of training, and going into this match, very prepared in every way, shape, and form that we possibly can be.
Beth, this is Paul. What does Courtney bring to the club?
Yeah, I think all the additions have brought so many different things in so many different ways, whether that's on the pitch and in the locker room. And obviously, Courtney has come in with just such a fantastic perspective, a fantastic attitude. Obviously, she has a lot of in-league experience. She's left-footed. She's put herself right into the group in the sense of looked to connect, build relationships, and has just come in and wants to compete and wants to work hard. And I think you can feel her energy pretty quickly. So yeah, we're incredibly excited that she's here. We're happy with all the additions that we've had, and we believe the group's in a really good spot.
Yeah, Bev, to kind of follow up on that, Courtney mentioned that Carson was someone she grew up watching and respected the way she played. I mean, do you see using her in a very similar manner to the way you were using Carson?
Yeah, and I think obviously for us, just looking at kind of what she brings and how she fits into the system, and obviously having her here for her first full week. She came during the match, and then we had her that first training for that match day +1, and then having her in a full week. It's just kind of assessing where she would best fit into our systems in the group as a whole. And I think we are quickly seeing what her ability is and what her attributes are. And like I said, she has a fantastic demeanor, a very professional demeanor. So yeah, just incredibly excited she's here.
And one quick follow up on her. I thought she finished on a pretty great quote before you came over, saying that racing just needs to be racing in terms of the mentality you have to have this time of the year. Does that kind of mesh with the message that you're preaching and that you feel within the group?
Yeah, I think, you know what, just to be totally frank, we need to focus on us. We need to stop looking around and seeing what everybody else is doing and what other results are happening amongst the league and the table. It needs to be us versus us. We need to get what we need to get done. We need to focus, we need to work hard, and we need to do everything we possibly can. And for us, it's all about us. So if we can take that mentality, take that attitude, and we believe that results will follow.
Anything else for Bev?
Thank you.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you, Bev.